What's up, guys? Welcome back to Paper Planes. My name is Paolo.
My name is Christian.
And
This motherfucker.
And this is
What's up? I'm John.
flight number 2 of Paper Planes with a recurring guest.
Yes.
We have Kuya John.
He's going to be recurring a lot this season, so just get used to his voice. And he's on the main cam
Yes,
because we have a new setup.
Yes, sir.
It looks so like professional.
Yo,
His side looks professional as fuck. And then you see our side. It's like, what the fuck is this?
I wish you guys can see this whole setup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When me and Christian walked in, we're like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We should have an extra camera. Just
The third one, we have a GoPro cam.
Yeah.
A behind the scenes camera
behind the scenes cam.
I'm gonna have you wear a GoPro on your
on my fucking forehead. So it's like,
a third GoPro cam.
that's crazy.
That
Imagine
is
us
crazy.
doing the clips and I just cut to your GoPro.
The GoPro cam just.
GoPro cam of us like laughing or some shit.
Damn.
Okay. But yes, welcome back. Soyo is still gone. He's out in the boonies right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone through it. We thought he'd be living the life over there, but I guess in the Philippines it's really humid. But yeah, before we get into our topic, we'll have like a icebreaker. Would you rather? It's just a whack one, just to get the energy out.
And
Yeah.
before we do that, make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube.
Oh yeah.
This season, obviously, we're
Good on you
starting
for
to do
catching
new
it.
things.
Yes, sir.
And if you really want to be on top of these flights, you gotta make sure your notifications is on. So like and subscribe, follow our socials, and yeah.
Yeah.
But to the icebreaker.
And then
oh,
after the icebreaker,
oh,
We have
before
Structure.
we get into the main topic, do you guys do follow-ups here?
follow-ups?
Yeah. Do you guys keep tabs on like the YouTube video?
Yeah.
The comment? Did you guys read it?
oh
no, what
shoot
was it?
did
It-
I'm like,
he's on top of it.
wait a second, bitch.
What?
Would you get a new phone?
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
you fucking, what the fuck?
That was today.
You're so dumb.
But it says, how do you guys deal with time pressure?
Oh,
Did you read that?
I think I did. Is it by Peter Lowe?
Peter Lowe.
Oh, that's our
Ooh,
shout
boy.
out.
little follow-up.
Before we get into that, let's just backtrack.
Yeah, yes.
Sub to our Patreon. And then we have a new Discord server that is in our Beacons link. If you want to join that, we're going to be a lot more active on there. I got a lot more things planned for our Discord. But yeah, can you read the comment one more time?
Oh, so we're going straight to this?
Yeah, we're going to go into that and then we'll go into...
Well, okay,
Would you
so
rather?
Peter Lowe said, I personally wouldn't be ready for a relationship, but I want it badly. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I think we've all been in a place where we wanted to feel that like romantic connection.
Yeah.
Because of like, movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say you don't really learn how to manage that until you like experience it, I guess.
Yeah.
And you realize like it's kind of like, for me, it was a lot better in my head, like what love was
Yeah.
and like romance. It
Yeah.
was it's like when you have a crush and like they're like the greatest person in the world to you until you actually like get to know them and they're like
And then you go through
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like even when you're talking with someone and you start to romanticize like stuff like that, sometimes when it comes to like those actual things, it isn't how you actually turned out to be.
Right.
But that's for like for most part usually is.
Yeah.
I'd say like honestly, if you want it so bad, but like you're not in the right time frame for it,
Mhm.
you could still go out and experience dating to like figure out what your standards and values are, so that way when you are in the right time frame for it, you already have like an idea of what you of who you want to be with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Follow up to that one. Oh wait, actually you go first. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, it's just both of those combined. It's you have an idea as to like what you want, and it might be better in your head, but up until you experience it on your own, then it's good to wait.
Yes.
Let it come to you naturally, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then I was reading comments off this Instagram video, or the meme was like, it was like an Instagram meme. It's like that feeling when you meet the right person, but it's the wrong time. But
Goddamn.
I was reading some of the comments, right? And there was some good like feedback on that, on like the whole meme.
Yeah.
Some people were saying like, if it's the right person and you really believe it's the right person, then you'll make it the right time.
Ooh.
Mhm.
So what are your thoughts on that?
My current.
I was gonna say, because you kind of you relate to
Yeah,
this.
that comment, it just resonates with me. How do I put
You're
it
like,
into
how am I supposed?
terms?
Yeah.
Like my current relationship now, at the time in the beginning of the stages, point person was the right person but wrong time. And we spent time alone doing our own thing as individuals, and then the universe, everything just laid out. Like now it's possible.
To make it the right time.
The right time, yeah. So there are factors that took place, but it needed to happen
Mm-hmm.
before we could make it work.
Yeah. What do you
You
think?
know who you are.
I think that there is definitely going to be those times where it feels like, we have this level of compatibility,
Mhm.
like intrapersonally, like
Mm.
emotionally wise, like intellectually wise, we're very compatible. Just person to person, we're compatible, but
Yeah.
our circumstances aren't.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
And I think that you have to have like the same mindset with that other person of like, oh, our circumstances aren't like the most ideal right now,
Mm.
but I'm willing to be patient and to work towards like making our circumstances line up a lot
Gotcha.
better.
Yeah.
Because I think that if there's one person that isn't like on the same page as that, they could definitely like fall flat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the fact that both people are like on the same page, like, oh, I'm willing to wait for this, I'm willing to fight
Yeah.
for this,
Yeah.
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 this is like, that's when like I can there's something there.
Yeah. And I was going to agree too. It's like, because when you really feel like it's that right person, you kind of have to come to a decision like, okay, well, what's the reason that it's the wrong time? Is it due to your own personal schedule because you're focused on your personal things?
Mm.
And obviously, in a relationship, there are things you do have to sacrifice in order for it to work out.
Mhm.
So it's like, are you willing? My fault. Are you willing to? What, bitch? It's wintertime. Fuck you. Are you willing to like continue to make things work out for that person and make some sacrifices? Not like complete sacrifices where you completely change your whole, because that's not even the whole idea of a relationship. Is like it's supposed to complement each other's life, not be around that person's life.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm in the same boat. Like, if you really believe like there's some type of like special connection, then you'll make it the right time. Or this is what I was thinking too. If it's the right person but wrong time, it's either it's gonna be the right person and you make it the right time, or it'll be the right person and eventually
It will turn into the right time.
into the right
Yeah.
time.
You let it play out.
Yeah.
And then if it's meant to be, it will
It's
be.
meant to be.
Yeah.
Like that one song, "Meant to Be" by TLC.
Ooh.
You don't know
That's
that
a
song. Do you know that song?
Mm.
Yeah, I put that on my playlist.
Which one? Shout it out.
I'm not gonna say the playlist.
Oh, why not?
It's a personal playlist.
Oh, person.
It's a personal playlist
It's-
between me and my fishy.
Your
Your
fishy?
fish.
My fish.
Your
That
fish.
fish.
That fish.
That's my
Yeah.
fish.
That's my fish.
That's my fish. I mean, he has another question, but I
Ooh,
mean,
Keep going.
it just says, how do you guys deal with time pressure? This
Mm.
one, it's a little broad, but
Time pressure. I'm guessing it's like having like deadlines or something.
Or it could be like schedule conflicts and stuff like that's the one I'm dealing with right now.
Hmm.
Because work is fucking making me work 60 hours a week.
yeah.
And like Monday through Friday, I'm working 12 hours. And then Saturday's really the only time I have to myself.
But you're dance battling on
But I'm
Saturdays.
dance battling on, yeah. Honestly, just taking, in general, I guess to answer that question, I would say just take it
Day by day.
day by day, literally hour by hour. Because if you stress too much about how your day is planned out,
Mm.
then you're gonna be stressed about the rest of the week.
Mm.
So when you take it day by day, also take it hour by hour. Like when you wake up, think about what your plans are for that day. That way you're aware of what's going on already,
Mhm.
and it doesn't just hit you last second.
Yeah.
Yeah, like today I woke up and knew we had to film late tonight, but I also knew I had a 12-hour shift, so that's why I wasn't too like fuck,
Mm.
because in my head I already knew it was gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that definitely having the right, headspace, like going into things is important. I would say be selfish with your time. If
Mm.
your problem is that like there's a lot of things that are happening at once,
Mm.
you really do need to be like take ownership of your time,
Mm.
because a mistake that I would run into when I was a lot younger is I was like a people pleaser,
Mm.
and I couldn't say no to things. And like, oh, can you do this for me? I'm like, oh, sure. It happened a lot at work, and it would be like, oh, can you do this? Can you do this?
Mm.
And if you're around like the wrong people, they will take advantage of that, like to the extent that they, as much as they can, basically.
Mm.
So be selfish with your time. If you really are like, oh, I'm gonna burn out if I have to do all these things, just be like, hey, sorry.
Mm.
I'll take responsibility for like whatever the consequences are of this, but I can't do this thing that you wanted me to do. Like, I need to take this time for myself I need to take time to take care of myself, because if I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of anyone else. So
Ooh.
just have that in mind. Just be selfish with your time.
I agree on both aspects. And for me, well, my advice to you is if you're somebody who feels very overwhelmed with number of factors with a set time and date and due date,
Due date.
right?
EOD.
Learn how to manage your time wisely. What'd you say?
You guys seen that one meme where it's like, hey, can we have this by EOD? And he's like, oh yeah, end of December.
Yeah, don't be that dude. But
They're like, excuse me, end of day.
that was funny. If you guys seen that on TikTok, then
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah,
You know you-
learn how to manage your time wisely. And if you're more of a visual person, put it on a calendar. It's easier to see what you got going on for that day and then map out your timing very well.
Mm.
My fish calls it life admin.
Life admin.
Yeah.
That fish.
That fish.
That
I
fish.
like that that's
Calls
our
it-
terminology for it now.
Yeah.
My fish.
Imagine if you accidentally call your fish like a catfish and they're like, what the fuck you mean by that? I'm like, no.
Yeah, what up, fish?
What up,
When they call
fish?
you.
What a fish.
Yeah.
What's your fish?
What'd you just call me?
Like, what kind of fish is your fish?
My fish is
Tiger fish.
half fish.
What? Wait,
You got
what?
a mutt as a fish? You got a half breed?
It's a Asian fish.
Oh, an Asian fish?
I was gonna say mine was like
Oh, I was gonna
What
say
kind
something.
of? Oh, you mean like an actual
an
fish?
actual fish. Like
Tilapia. I don't fucking know.
mine's a clownfish.
Oh,
Cause she
damn.
funny looking. No, I'm just kidding.
Cause
Oh, damn.
Just kidding.
Damn.
If you're watching this,
That's
I'm sorry. I'm
funny.
just kidding.
she gonna text you after that.
Blocked.
Damn.
Joke long. Sorry.
Joke long.
There's a lot of fucked up answers you can give if you ask someone like what kind of
Well,
fish
clownfishes are cute.
is your you said
It's just the name.
what if you said something fucked up like puffer fish? That'd be fucked.
Or like a the fuck is that thing called?
What?
Motherfucking
Huh?
the one with the little light.
Anglerfish?
Yeah.
Just trap them hoes. She trapped you. Oh.
Clownfish.
Anyway, all right. So
All right.
we went on a tangent.
Thanks.
Those are your answers.
Thanks, Pete.
Those are your follow-ups.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pete. He's always like
He's always
commenting.
commenting.
Hey.
Him-
That's our shout out. That's our
Shout out of the
first
day.
class of the week.
You know what? First 5 Patreons we get, we're just gonna shout you out every single time.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout out Alex.
Watch Alex forgot he's like all subscribed and shit. He's like, oh shit.
He's like,
oh wait, I'm on here. He's just,
Yeah. He's like, oh, that's why I've been like missing out like some money.
bro. I've been loving like fucking Alex's stories lately. They're so
Bruh.
funny.
Yeah. Hope you're doing good
I
though.
hope you're doing all right, Alex. Damn, this is a weird because I had like a whack would you rather like
I
ready.
mean, we could. We still do it.
We
And
still
it's
do
just
it.
like it's just stupid. I just came up with it before you
Okay,
guys
let's
came
do
over
it.
All
here.
right, let's go.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, would you rather punch one baby and be known as a baby puncher or punch 3 babies and nobody know about it?
That's hard because we have a
Shit.
niece.
Yeah.
Oh, you have 3
I have-
nephews and we have 1 new niece.
Yeah.
So it's like,
They're like random babies though.
oh, okay.
But the first one you punch one baby and
How hard is the
everyone-
punch?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's like a
Like a knockout punch? Because you're killing the
like,
baby.
Yeah,
like
bro.
you're throwing like
uh,
half power.
Like a,
half.
It's solid. Like they're getting knocked over and crying for sure.
Oh,
is there any like health problems afterwards?
Nah, well
is there any repercussions?
Yeah.
there's only social repercussions for the first one.
Social repercussions?
Here's
Yeah, like
my answer.
everyone like the babies are fine. It's just like the first one you have to like be known as like the baby puncher. The second option you punch 3 but
babies.
deep down inside you know you punch 3 babies.
I'm doing the 3 one as
Yo,
well.
I'm sorry. Yo, I'm sorry.
No, because imagine like if one of my like cousins has another kid, they're not gonna let me carry that
Right,
baby.
right.
They'll be like, "No, you're a baby puncher."
Hell no, look at this video.
Look at this video. Nink.
Mink mink.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Yeah, those 3 babies are getting lights out. I mean, they'll be good though.
They'll be good.
They'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
See,
just
I
gonna-
have that good conscience in my head. Like nothing's happened to.
Would it be different if they, like there was a possibility of like brain damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Then I'll take that one. No, I'll take that one.
Well, how big is the brain damage?
What the?
Because the first one's gonna have brain damage too.
That's what I'm saying. So,
So if the first one has brain damage and you're known as the person who gave that baby brain damage,
How big is the brain
Down.
damage?
but that's 3 lives with brain damage versus 1.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
I'm taking that shit with me to the grave. Maybe y'all would know, be like, "Hey, bro, I gotta tell y'all something. You see those 3 kids that are in like,
That's because of Christian.
yeah, but we gonna keep that on the low." Or now, see, because then if it was the one baby, imagine when that baby graduates high school.
Oh.
And then they're all like, yeah, he had to go through this because you punched him when he was a little baby. That shit sticks and everyone knows.
It's still 1 life. You got
Yeah.
3 lives.
John's playing the numbers game.
Yeah.
Technically, it's 2 lives being affected. It's yours too.
No, just 1. Because I have in my good conscience that I only fucked up 1 baby. You fucked up 3 babies.
But I'm the only one who's going to be knowing about that.
It's
Take that shit
fine.
with me to the grit. I don't know. This is a moral
moral
dilemma.
dilemma.
This is a moral dilemma.
It's so
I know
funny.
where your moral compass is at.
Because see, then like no one would trust me with their babies. And I'll tell them like, look, it was a would you rather.
Would you trust yourself with babies after punching 3 of them?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because I know it was because I had to.
Mm.
It was either this 3 and no one knows. I'm like, shh. Or make it like live stream me.
Live stream. Live stream.
Live stream.
Because everyone gonna know about it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think I would go with the 1 baby and then I would just double down and
Double down.
just be known as a baby puncher.
Yeah.
I'd use it for like street cred or some
I
shit.
thought you say double down and then go to the other 3.
double down and clean up shop.
Clean up shop. I was like, dang.
Just get the rest of them.
Dang, now you guys made me feel like shit for choosing the 3.
It's a nice icebreaker question.
Fuck.
Before we get into our topic, is there anything like that stuck out to you this week? Any like stories you have that you want to document?
No, I just want to say, like, just really enjoy being in the present. Like, I've been having like a hard, like work week and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like, whenever I'm surrounded by like good people, like when I was at dance practice and stuff, they all checked up on me. Like, I had a 12-hour shift, but being around you two, like, and having to film for an hour, I don't feel like it's like tasking on me. It feels like I'm being recharged.
Mm.
And then obviously hanging out with my fishy.
Yo, fishy.
Yo, fish.
I love this fucking like this new terminology that we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo fish.
Yo, fish.
My fish.
Cute.
And you can't tell me that's not wrong though. Like when you hang out with yo fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't got a fish.
Not yet.
Not
yet.
yet, you know.
But you're.
I'm still
that's
fishing.
the thing. Ooh.
You're selfish? Is that what you said?
No, he's fishing.
That as well.
He's still fishing.
I'm being selfish.
He's being selfish, but
Yeah.
fish-
but I'm still fishing.
Yeah.
But today's actual topic.
Actually, something my mom said before we started. I asked her because she just
Oh my
came back.
gosh.
What?
Is it that what you were asking me?
What?
In the car when I was in the car. When you asked your mom if I was.
Oh no, not that.
I was like, oh, you can bring that
I
up.
can't bring that up.
Oh,
But she
We'll tell you after.
okay. Off camera.
she
Sorry,
came
guys.
she came back from the Philippines, and she said this line that was like unintentionally like kind of hard.
Mm.
I asked her, "Oh, do you miss the Philippines? It's like, it's like home over there. Do you want to go back?" And she's like, "It's nice over there, but I can't call it home because my family is here."
Oh.
I was like, "Damn, that's kind of tough." To be like, "Nah, my family is here."
So does that mean for Soyo, his home is technically there because all his family is there, even his dog?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you view as home.
Is home where the family
Yeah.
is.
Home is where the family is to me.
Yeah, he
It's
said
not a physical place.
Mm.
he said that if given the opportunity to, he would take that plane trip back here, but he's like, but my heart wants to be where my family is.
So that means that's where his home is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our topic for today
Mhm.
is we're going to talk about our job experience. I feel like a lot of our viewers are like younger, or they're starting to get into like
So don't
their
work in
careers.
food.
Yeah. So like my first question is, do you think that every person should work like a shitty job at some point?
Yes.
Yes.
And what shitty job did you guys have? And then like, what did you learn from it? Because I know you guys worked in the same place for a little bit.
Well, I've had 2 shitty jobs.
Oh yeah, I
Oh, yeah,
remember.
yeah. The fulfillment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fulfillment center.
Fulfillment.
But the job before that was pretty shitty too.
That was the one that you guys both worked at, right? Did you get him that job?
Yeah.
Oh, it started your career.
It did. And then look where I'm at now. Working 12 hours. What was the question though? Like,
Do you think that everyone should have a shitty job?
yes,
Yes.
because for me, I felt like that shitty job helped build like,
Character.
yeah, I was gonna say character,
Mhm.
but it also teaches you how to deal with emotion properly, and it also motivates you not to go to another shitty job.
Yes.
too.
It also motivates you to like want something more.
Yeah, it raises your standards.
You're like, there's got to be something else.
Yeah,
It's kind of
for
like in
sure.
dating, like if you talk to a shitty person, it's like, okay, well, that's for sure not what I want.
Right.
It's like that.
Yeah. You need like a nice like bottom to set your standards on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you need something to hit you hard. That way you're like, oh, well, here we go.
Yeah.
You climb the ladder, you never go down it.
You ever meet someone that you can just tell like they never worked like a shitty job?
Yeah,
Like
Mhm.
we go to like a restaurant and they're just treating like the waiters and the
like
waitresses
shit.
Yes.
Yes,
like shit. I'm like, oh, you
Yes.
ain't never worked.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever.
Like even for me, I feel bad when I'm going into like a place that closes in like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's like,
I'm like, nah, they close in 20 minutes. Let's not do that.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's been a couple times where we've gone somewhere and we couldn't like we were getting what was it, Thai food?
Yeah,
And like they were closing up and they're like, oh, we can make something quick for you. I'm like, we don't want to be
No.
those guys.
they're like, we could just like put it to go. And I'm like, nah, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think it really does. It teaches you a lot of gratitude
gratitude for sure.
and
What do you think?
appreciation.
Yes.
Is there something that you learned from like working a shitty job?
I would say, yeah, like it builds you up as a character for sure. And it tests your patience
That's a good one.
for sure.
Did you guys like bond a lot through like the shitty job?
Yes,
yeah,
that's
we
another
talk shit
thing. Yeah,
about work?
you really close friends with your coworkers.
Mm.
Do you think it's a good way to like make friends, like close friends, is like at work?
Yes. I mean, because like my transition, like when I first moved out here, I worked in finance, right? But I didn't really like sitting in my office. So then I took that job. And then I was more happier there. And then that's how I made my friends. till this day. Yeah.
And we're gonna bring one of those friends on eventually, because
yeah.
Tina.
Oh yeah, Tina. I
Yeah.
forgot she worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she works with me, and we're both suffering now.
Nice. That's really what like the American dream is all about. Is like just suffering with like good company.
Suffering around good company.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it's all about. What kind of things would piss you guys off like at work?
At work.
So you guys work in food.
Top five things at this place that pissed us off.
We can say that it was like a boba place. We're
Okay.
not gonna drop the name, but
Yeah.
it was a boba place. There's like fucking 1,000 boba places now.
Sure.
Number one,
What?
I'd say are like the customers we got during the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Customers was definitely number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would they do? Would just be shitty?
They're just shitty. They didn't like treat us like we were also. They just treated us like obviously we're serving them, but they're just shitty to us, especially during pandemic times. Like they wouldn't come in with masks. We'd be like, "Yo, could you wear a mask?" Or like,
Mm-hmm.
especially like the fob ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like we would have chairs set up,
Mhm.
like put up because you can't sit. We weren't
Oh,
dining
and they
in.
would like put
and they would put them down.
that's
Yeah.
so rude.
And we're like, yo, no, like it's not dining. And they're like, huh?
Yeah.
that's so rude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm like, what the fuck do you think the chairs are for a reason?
he's like, oh, this is weird. They're making us do a lot of extra work for us
Yeah.
to eat our food.
Like imagine the Yelp review, like it's 2020 and they had the chairs up, so they made us put them down in order to dine in.
Did you guys ever like almost get into like a scrap with any of them?
I did.
I have not. No.
I told you this one, right?
Which one? What story? Which one?
It's the one at B2. This is when that one Middle Eastern dude was still working with
Oh.
us. And he would have had my back.
Oh, Middle Eastern dudes are always down to scrap.
Yeah. I was at register and this guy comes up asking for, I think, pho. And I was like, oh, we don't have pho. And then he's like, well, what soups do you have? And I think I said, like, we have boom boy and, like, boom mom. Was that what it's called? And basically, I went to the back and he was like, okay, get, like, this one soup. And then I went to the back and then our boss was like, oh, we don't have that soup either. I was like, well, why didn't you tell me that before you told me to tell him we had that?
Mm-hmm.
So then I go up again, and then I was like, yo, like, actually my fault. Like, we don't have that soup either. And then he cussed me out. He's like, well, what the fuck? Like, you didn't even know what the fuck you're doing. I'm like, bitch, first of all, I just work at the register. I'm not even the one cooking your fucking soup. You're lucky I wasn't, because best believe I would.
Spitting that bitch.
Shit.
I wouldn't, but you know.
Oh, maybe. Nah. And then he just kept like cussing me out. And then like I really wanted to, like, when I was giving us soup, like he gave me his stank face. He's like, oh, you're the one giving me the soup. I really just wanted to fucking flip it.
Just
and then,
fucking
Yeah.
onto his face.
like, because he was sitting down. Like I just wanted to spill his soup and then grab his head and then just mash it
Oh,
into
Oh
the
my
fuck.
table.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just let the. I can
And-
see the violence in your eyes, dog.
And then like,
You
because I was
just sat there and you're
envisioning-
just.
and then I came back to my coworker. I was like, hey, if I swing, you got me. He's like, yup.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
He's down. He's a
Hey,
down
what Middle
motherfucker.
Eastern dude.
We dropping names.
Curly hair.
Oh,
He'd always go to he used to work at Panda.
Let's drop these names.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. He was
He
with
didn't
the
even
later.
last a minute.
No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My advice is if you're going to be a shitty ass person ordering food or drinks at a restaurant,
Oh, let's. You're just asking for it.
you're just be nice, please.
You gonna
just
get
be
a-
nice.
You'll get double spit miso soup.
Yo, you'll be surprised of how many people are. They don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like behind the
like
behind
as
the
a
counter?
customer, if you don't give a fuck, we don't.
If you don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck.
give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck, but you know,
Throw
I'll make your fucking drink loose as fuck.
people have that mentality. You know,
Yeah.
you get what the energy you give off. I
Yeah.
guess.
So I say that's number one, shitty customers.
You just ordered a McFlurry. Like, oh, I'm just gonna put a handful of dirt in this bitch.
Yeah.
Just hand it to him.
I'll be like, oh, you want a fucking strawberry smoothie, but you don't treat me like shit? I'm be like, where's the fucking like
The shittiest
oldest
strawberry.
strawberries that was like the bottom of the fucking barrel,
The 2 weeks old.
2 week old. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
You get in the
Yeah.
bottom of the barrel.
You get all the
strawberry.
seeds.
I'm not that savage. I will hack up your price though. That's what I would do.
Hack up the price.
You want, when they'd be like, oh, can I get mango boba, strawberry boba?
Oh,
boba?
you'd be doing
I'm like,
mango.
got it.
Bro, there's this one time this person ordered like 6 things of boba, and then I was like, did you want those like variety? He's like, no, 1 scoop each. I was like, what the
Okay.
The drink was like maybe this much
Like this.
liquid.
Like this.
Not even.
What the hell?
A little bit more.
Oh,
That was all boba.
damn.
All boba?
Yeah.
What the
And
fuck?
all popping
And then
pearls.
this is,
And I gave it to them, and I was like, you didn't even really get a drink.
That's just balls.
And he's like, I just like the popping pearls. I was like, but you paid for this. You still paid the price for the drink that much.
you should have just asked for boba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't know they can just ask for toppings.
He was just like, yeah, this is what I want.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
And then there was this other time, I I hate when they're like this too. Like they asked for a fucking orange. What was that drink called?
Which one?
It had orange in it.
Well, we can't say the name.
Orange Passionate Miracle? That sound like
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And he wanted it extra sweet.
Okay.
So
oh
my ass,
Extra sweet.
he was so fucking rude already. He didn't have a mask. It was like we were about to close in 5 minutes,
Mm.
and I give it to him, and he was like, "This isn't sweet enough. Ask for extra sweet." I said, "Oh, okay, let me remake this." I put that shit in the blender, grabbed the orange syrup, and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then fucking went to the sweetener 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
damn.
No, I didn't even blend it. I just swirled it up, and then I said, "Fuck you."
You swirled that bitch.
Yeah, and then I said, "Here you go."
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Did he complain about it?
No,
He's like, now this.
but
is
I
the-
watched him fucking drink that shit as he's walking away. He went, and I went, "Yeah."
Yeah, bitch, is that too
And as soon
sweet?
as he walked out, I went up to the door and I
Uh-oh.
looked at him, locked it. My favorite part is when there's motherfuckers still sitting in the lobby and we're closed, and I fucking shut down the lights and then shut them back on, or I start flickering them
For what? Just to,
to let
like,
them know that we're fucking closing and get the fuck out the lobby.
You should just lock up and just leave them in there.
I turn the music off. I start putting the chairs up around them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I fucking flicker the lights.
That's hella rude. They're
And
just
then I look
there.
at the coworkers in the back. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? They still in this bitch. They're like, just turn it off completely.
I hear that it's like an American thing, like where we wait until like the last person like leaves. Because I hear in Europe they just don't give a fuck. They're just like, now we're closed, get the fuck out, and like that's just how it is.
Oh.
That's how we should be.
I'm like, that's low key how it should be.
Yeah.
I remember like working in food and like I'd have to stay hella late
Mhm.
because there's just like some drunk like uncle that's just like, yeah, just saying racist shit, just like, yeah, Mexicans or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I have to stay overtime just to hear this motherfucker
Mhm.
and his family just be that. But yeah, I support European culture with
Mm.
that, just being like, yeah, fucking get out of here,
Mm.
clean up.
Just fucking clean up shop.
As you can tell, Christian has a lot of his patience ran dry from
My patience really did run dry. I could not fucking work customer service ever again. Like, I used to have high patience, but like towards the end of my career
Your
as
bullshit,
a barista,
Like
the bullshit was done.
the bullshit.
I'm gonna be
threshold.
honest, the worst thing I ever did, and like fuck that shit. I don't feel bad about it.
Oh,
I fucking
yeah.
spit in someone's
Yeah.
face. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Let's get it.
Let me tell y'all some shit. Like,
Oh,
this was
man.
peak pandemic,
Fuck
right?
yeah.
And this was also when like Black Lives Matter movement was going
Oh,
on.
shit.
And there was
Like,
like a whole bunch of stuff going
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah.
And we were closed already like 10 minutes prior, and this dude was knocking on the thing. And then I'm like, yo, we're closed. But our boss was like, oh, get the money. All right, I guess I'll take your order. But they didn't even have masks. I was like, yo, you guys need masks to come in. This fucking dude looks at me and goes, oh, how about this?
It's that dude.
Oh, now I have a mask on.
I remember.
And then, like, as I'm making the drinks, I'm like, this motherfucker. And then like I hear them being racist and shit, talking about like the pandemic due to Asians and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
And like
that's
talking their
fucked.
like I hear their opinions about like BLM and stuff like that. I'm like, all right. Like I'm already pissed off. I closed by myself. It's fucking 10 minutes past closing, and I gotta serve this fool who went
Oh, I have a
who fucking put up their shirt. Oh, I got a mask. And then when you come to order, you go like this. Like what the fuck? So I'm like, best believe he wanted a vanilla milk tea. So I was like, oh, you gonna get some vanilla for show. You gonna get some vanilla for show. No, I didn't hawk one. But best believe I put the fucking I made it properly. But let's just say like
like
it's a milk tea though, because like you don't blend ice in it. So I went,
You put your own ice on there.
I went, I didn't hawk a loogie though. I kind of wish I did.
But you definitely spit in that motherfucker. Though.
I did spin that motherfucker. I'll admit to it.
See, don't be a piece of shit to food
Honestly,
workers.
Yeah.
Don't.
And then I saw like I poured it too, and he said less ice. I was like, all right, less ice it is then.
Yeah.
You gonna taste this for sure. And then as I'm walking to my car, they're like him and his fucking friend group is just sitting there. I'm watching him drink it, and I'm literally like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, drink my fucking spit.
Was this? Never mind.
What?
I was gonna describe the car. Was it blue? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Looking at this motherfucker. Yeah, drink my spit, bitch.
No,
I remember. Yeah.
And he's like, wow, this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't be an asshole.
Did you ever have like an experience
You'll
like
get-
that, John?
You'll get your karma real quick. What's up?
Did you ever have an experience like that?
No. See, my patience is still up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you guys like both? Because from what I kind of got is like when you worked there, you kind of just did everything.
Yeah.
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 Who is better at making drinks
Between us.
between
two?
you two?
I don't know.
It depends on the drink.
Yeah. Hey.
Milk teas, I'm gonna give it to him for sure. This motherfucker knows his milk teas.
Oh yeah, I'd be
and
making my
teas.
own shit. I'd be like,
Yeah.
and then okay, so I'm gonna cut you off. After working at a boba spot here in the valley, I'd be judging every
Hella.
motherfucking boba shop.
Hella.
I drink it. I'd be like, I can make it.
And I ain't gonna lie.
Yo,
I ain't gonna lie. My little fishy
Yeah.
worked at a boba shop.
I was gonna ask
And
you.
I walked in that bitch. I said, "Oh hell no!" I said, "This shit remind me of the boba shop I worked at."
I don't trust your shit.
Yeah, I was like, "Did you make this?" And she's like, "No, my coworker did." I was like, "Okay." So I was like, "That could be brutally honest." Nah, but she makes good drinks. But I'm like, I'm be honest, like,
I can make it better.
nah, nah.
Yeah.
Maybe you got more like months
No,
in
it's
the
more
game.
like this. It's more like this. When we go to a boba shop and we taste the drink, and it isn't like if they use the same ingredients as they did at our old boba shop,
Mm.
then we'd be like, bro, we can make this.
Yeah.
That's how our
Yeah.
mentality is.
Mm.
But we're not like cocky about it.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
we're not.
Like when there's a handful of boba spots here in the valley that are actually pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. But some
Do you want to
damn.
list them off?
Nah,
Wait, what'd you
they
say?
don't sponsor us. So
Oh,
they don't
shit.
get that free.
Yeah.
after
sorry.
after
Yeah, there you
Patreon
go.
content.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll
Mhm.
name off the best boba spots in the valley. Like when you drink it and you can like taste like the ingredients, you're like, oh, this needs a little bit more
Mhm.
like fucking like vanilla extract or something.
Nah, I mean, I could just taste it. Or like the texture of the boba would be like, oh, this is old boba.
It's old boba.
Or
yeah.
this is like new boba, or not enough brown sugar in this boba, or some shit like that.
Mm.
Or like they didn't cook this boba right. And then if it's like the drink, we taste it and it tastes like the same exact ingredients, we'll be like, we could have made this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys like started your own like boba place, would you guys how
Now see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
did you guys
It's
ever
in the-
have that
It's in
idea?
the works. I
in
mean,
the
like
works.
it's still always I would say it's a dream to have.
Ooh.
to own my own boba
We gonna
spot.
talk about this after. Anyways.
Wait, what? Kuya's boba?
Kuya's
No.
boba.
Whoa.
Mm.
Eh.
Was this like a thing that you guys talked about?
No, I mean it's always been like
Yeah.
something we've talked
Because
about.
I just wanted to own like my own business so I can have passive income for my future kids.
Mhm.
You know,
And I'm
it
just
was-
down to.
he was just down
Party.
to be an investor.
Down to invest?
Nah, but see, I'm more than an investor because you were
Yeah.
like, I'd help you with the drinks and shit.
Yeah,
You guys would come up with your own. Would you guys bite some like?
Now we make
Nah,
that
we
shit
make
better.
our own shit.
Yeah.
We got some good ideas
Hell
too.
yeah.
You guys ever like were in the back just make your like
All the
Our own
time.
concoction.
Our own cocks.
our own cock auctions?
Concoctions.
Cock auctions.
Cock auction.
No,
This
all
one's
the time.
50 grand.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even on our days off,
Hmm.
we'd go to the back.
You could do
start
that?
making shit.
Yeah.
I guess they wouldn't give a shit if like you were back
No,
there anyway.
no.
No.
You guys ever like make someone and be like, "Hey, well, taste this," and then it would be like you'd be like, "This is so much better than anything that we have in the menu."
Yeah.
Mhm.
All the time.
For sure.
Especially with milk teas. Like milk teas.
Milk teas are easy to
Easy.
like
Because
experiment
like
with.
the ingredients that they would use was like fucking boring as fuck. Like before they switched it back,
Mhm.
they would just use the same base for every single milk tea, and
Yeah.
that base was so fucking strong that it just tasted like
The base.
the base and a hint of the flavor you chose.
Hmm.
That shit was ass.
Mhm.
But if you guys had your own boba place, you'd put like just extra shit in it, like
Love,
sprinkles,
care.
fucking pop rocks,
Pop rocks, methamphetamine.
fucking the will to win. Well, you said meth. That's gonna be extra for sure.
That's the
Mm.
secret menu.
You get tweakers showing up to your
Hell
fucking.
yeah.
your
Well,
boba
I heard
spot.
about this spot right here.
Y'all got the meth passion, the meth
Meth
passion.
passion. Can I get meth boba?
Can we get boba
Imagine.
meth?
Instead of them being like, hey, it's taro boba, can I get a meth boba?
They're putting the boba in like a spoon and like laying outside your fucking boba.
They get the fucking belt out, like they're just putting like the boba powder into like a syringe, and like,
Fucking dead.
are they snorting it?
That'd be the craziest boba spot.
I'd be like, yeah. So that's our hidden menu.
Yeah, that's our VIP menu.
Welcome to Boba Addictions.
Boba
Ooh,
addictions.
boba
That's kind of
addiction.
fire.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
You guys
Hmm.
ever get like boba in like at like California or something? Do you think they have better boba spots over there? I said
Yeah.
better
I would say so.
because I went there like one or two times and I was like, these are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different out there.
Yeah.
But
guys
it's
are
also
built
because the
different.
Asians out there are different than the Asians out here.
They're built different. How are they different? Isn't there different
kind?
kinds over there? Because there's like NorCal,
Well, yeah, there's
Yeah.
NorCal and SoCal.
SoCal.
NorCal Asians will be like very well. If you're Filipino and you know, but NorCal Asians will be more eat them washed, whereas SoCal Asians could be more putit wash. Does that make sense?
In
Mm.
English, that means yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say that in English?
Nah,
Nah,
I don't
never
know.
mind.
Yeah, I mean,
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
yeah.
Well, how would you describe the different types of Asians? Because
There's
there's
different types of Asians, or are we still talking about boba here? What are we talking about?
Different types of boba. Wait,
different types of Asians in California.
yeah.
I just feel like California just has flavor,
Yeah.
different types of flavor.
Different flavors.
Yeah.
It depends on the flavor that you like.
Yeah. I don't know. Like over here, you could definitely taste, I don't know, it's just kind of bland sometimes.
The Arizona
No,
Asians.
honestly,
No,
Yeah.
it's very
sometimes it is
Just
kind of
one
bland.
font.
Yeah.
one font.
They got one
Arial Times New Roman.
Honestly.
They got
Font
times
size 12.
We got Times New Roman Asians
Double
over here.
italicized or whatever it's called. Double
double-
spacing.
What kind
I
of?
don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Those are just fonts.
Yeah. MLA format.
So they're more fun over there.
Yeah.
they do got some good boba over there for sure.
Would you guys ever move over there, California?
Well, I mean,
Oh, we got
Hmm.
drama.
No drama,
personally,
no drama.
For
No.
me, with my situation right now, I'm happy to go wherever as long as I'm able to dance. But say like prior to, let's say if you asked me that question like 2-3 months ago, right? I would be like, yeah, for sure. Like I eventually do want to live in Northern California.
Mm.
Like, cause like I am part of the dance community out there. Like I've met people out there and like they welcome me to be part of the community and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And that's why I do my frequent visits to go out there just to like catch up with them.
Yeah, you do.
And plus, I
Got,
like the people there.
you got like cloud over there somehow.
I wouldn't say it's like huge clout, but like I definitely know like a good amount of the people there that are well known.
Well known.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for me, like in my situation, honestly, like I love the Arizona dance community as is, and like I've become a huge part of it.
Mm.
And I feel like with how I am as a person, as long as there's a dance community, I'll be able to fit in.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like once you know the language and you meet other people that know that same language, you can just connect.
Connect and conversate. Yeah.
It's kind of like there's some people that are like into CrossFit or something, and you know they get into CrossFit in their state and they go to like travel, and then they go to another CrossFit gym, and like they already have like something they can connect with other people on.
Mm.
Like if they go there,
Mhm.
it's kind of like martial arts and stuff. Oh, by the way, I got like I don't know if you guys can tell, but my face is a little fucked up because I did like some hard sparring on like Wednesday. Like I had a black eye. I don't know if it's
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
you do.
But I didn't even notice until you like
You
did
pointed
that.
it out.
Yeah, but yeah, I got fucked up on like Wednesday
God
Damn.
because I was sparring with my boy Silas. He's the pro kickboxer guy.
Yep.
He's way bigger than me, way more skilled. We just decided to fucking just go hard that day,
Crazy.
and we were just fucking each other up. It was the worst I've ever gotten like my ass beat because it was bad. Like when I washed my face, it like hurt.
Mm.
Oh.
Because I had like bruises everywhere. My face was fucked up. My eye. I have a bruise behind my ear. I don't even know how the
Oh
fuck.
my
I
gosh.
don't even know you could do that. But yeah, don't get into fights, guys. It's not worth it unless that's your thing.
Mm.
Unfortunately for me, sometimes it's my thing.
If that's your thing.
If that's your thing.
But
Yeah.
is there any other jobs that you guys had that was like? Because I know you've had 3.
So yeah, for me, I've only ever worked in the areas of food and fulfillment. Because technically, where I work right now is still fulfillment.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
I know both of you guys have worked retail before.
Yeah,
Mm.
I've worked retail
we worked the
slash
same-
fulfillment.
The
Same company.
the same retail place.
Mm-hmm.
You worked there?
Mm-hmm.
What department?
I was in apparel.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Yeah.
Apparel's rough.
People say that. Hardlines say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
So-
not bad. It's not bad.
Would you guys prefer to work over retail or food? Which one would you prefer?
My experience was that I did a lot better with retail. Not necessarily the work, but like just because of the people that I was around. I worked a lot better with them. As opposed to when I worked food. I worked there with soyo, and our staff was just like I couldn't connect with them because they didn't speak English,
Mm.
and then it just made things really hard. And the people just like in food are like what you said before. The customers are just generally more disrespectful,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't do well with that.
Mm.
That's just not my thing.
I agree. And I mean, if I had to choose one or the other, I would say I would pick retail. Because I feel like, yeah, I mean, shout out to those who work in the food industry, but for me to depend on tips,
It is a bit scary.
yeah, I feel like I need more of a
Stability.
consistent, like income as far as like hourly,
Mm.
But customer facing jobs, props to everyone.
Yeah, there would be times where I would go home with like a good amount of money where it was like, oh, I got, $100 in tips. And then sometimes I go home with like fucking $30.
Mhm.
There'd be days where like, oh, I'd get $5 a table, or sometimes I would just get like $1.
That's wild.
That is wild.
And I'm like, you might as well just, I mean, I'm gonna take it because I'm
Yeah.
desperate.
Yeah.
but it's like, come on, man, $1?
Mm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just throwing $1.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then have you guys been in like management positions, like where you worked your way
Yeah.
up?
Mm-hmm.
I know you have.
Yeah, I
Was-
used to be a manager.
Yeah.
Were you a manager at the workplace that you guys shared?
Yeah.
He was my supervisor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even at the place that we worked at.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was the manager for.
Did you guys like being a manager more than you liked being like a worker, or like, I don't know how to say it.
I feel like it depends on the person. If you're able to like if you're able to handle being a manager, then definitely for sure I prefer being a manager over a worker.
Mhm.
Like for me, when I was a manager, I preferred it more than being like an actual worker because I was already close with all my workers.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to like earn their respect.
Mhm.
They saw how hard I put in the work to get into that position.
Exactly.
And they all respected me. So they were pretty sad when they saw me switch departments.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then for me, I feel like every job that I ever had experience, I started at level entry
Yeah.
or entry level, I'm sorry. And then I worked my way up. So everyone that I've worked with knew already like my work ethics.
Mhm.
So it wasn't hard to delegate and, lead
Yeah.
my associates.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Minority work ethic is a different
Oh, for sure.
breed of work ethic. How would you guys feel? Would you guys ever date a coworker?
No.
No. So, bruh, there's
No.
so much fucking shit going on in the warehouse right now because of that. And I'm going to tell y'all after the pod. But it's just messy.
Drama.
Huh?
If you subscribe to Patreon, you'll
If you
get
subscribe to the
exclusive
Patreon,
content.
do you want me to tell the story for the Patreon?
Yeah, fuck it.
I don't know how that works. I don't know.
How would that work? Do I just tell her right now then?
No, you could say it after.
Yeah, we'll say it after.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys do that.
Nah, never mind. Because what if they subscribe to the Patreon? Like they would.
Isn't that what we want?
The people.
Yeah. Anyways, it's messy. It's just messy, period. Bruh, as much as like you could be so compatible with a person, but eventually you guys do need your alone time to yourselves.
Yeah.
That's true.
No matter how close you guys are.
Emphasize that again. Go ahead. Say it
No
again.
matter.
No.
Like just
Matter.
because then eventually like your whole life revolves around them, but you
Yeah.
need your own alone time because you have to remember you're your own individual person and like
Yes.
you have your own life.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
And like that person complements that life, not
Mhm.
making it revolve.
And then I want to chime in on the last episode. You wanna make me want to miss you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You said that in the last episode.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you need the
You need
space to miss
make-
someone.
Yeah,
You
to
need
miss
space
someone.
to
There you
miss
go.
them. Yes. Yeah.
So if your factors are you guys live together, you guys work together, bro, you guys are literally with each other 24/7. You guys are gonna nuts.
Which is crazy that we say that now because a lot of the people like our close friends met through, well, not a lot of them, but some of them did meet through
Through work.
work.
Yeah, and that's fine, but like as a permanent like career factor,
Permanent career? Fuck no.
Like
We are not doing the same thing or working in
Yeah.
the same place.
no.
Yeah, because then what if you have some shit at work that happens and you have an argument at work and then you go home and then you gotta talk about it or it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
Like if you have an argument at work and you go home, it's not like that just goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're for sure just gonna have that tension that's there. It's just real messy.
It's
Because
not good. It's never good.
then if you like get together and then there's something that happens, you break up. Now you're at work and there's like this awkward tension, and then people take sides at work. They're like, "Oh, I like Donald more than I like Marissa, so I'm gonna be behind him." And then now it's like all tribal, and there's like that weird tension. Don't do it, guys.
Don't do it. What do you guys think about people who have work wives and work?
Oh, that's fucked.
that was in my head. That was honestly in
That's
my
so
head.
fucked.
It's like, why the fuck?
That's so like
But like some people take it to the extreme of like holding their hand or like
That's weird.
no way.
yeah,
That's a
like I've
little
heard of
weird.
that.
There's no way that's happened.
Like at work, they actually act like they obviously don't like kiss and do like intimate shit, but it's like because that's just cheating at that point.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's
that's-
like if you conversate with that person as if it's like your wife, but the work wife, then it's like what the
Oh
fuck?
hell no.
I mean, I think my fish has a work wife.
Oh,
Yeah. But it's different. You know why? Because it
because your fish is
doesn't work. My fish swims one stream only. You know what I mean?
your fish doesn't cross streams.
Yeah. So
Your fish don't swim that way.
my
Your fish swims that way.
Fish swims one way. Why we're dancing around the fucking.
well, yeah, so it works out, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, even if
Now, if it was a work husband, though.
you got me fucked up.
the fucking the discomfort was so visible.
It just got hot.
He said, "Oh, he got a little heated."
Oh, work husband.
Not because I'll be on that same fucking wave. If my fishy had a work husband, I'd say, "Oh hell no."
I got a work fish, and you're like, oh no.
What the fuck
Work
is a work
fish?
fish? The fuck you talking about?
What
Work
do you mean
fish?
work fish?
Fuck you mean work?
I'm
fish?
your only fish.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like when you're in a work environment, you're obviously going to be bound to have a close relationship with someone.
Yeah.
But with that being said, there's boundaries, you know.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
There's only so much you can do, and you got to leave it as that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Keep it
Yes.
professional.
Yes, set boundaries with your partner. Like that, it'd get me fucked up if I saw like
Work husband? Fuck off. What
they're
the
like
fuck?
holding hands.
He said, my fishy swim this way, but if it's swimming that way and there's another fishy,
Hey, if you're swimming with another fish, what the fuck, bitch? That sounds like a Dr.
It's only
Seuss.
me and you in this fishbowl, okay?
in this fishbowl, and we're both swimming the same direction.
Yeah, ain't no room for a third fish in this.
Yeah. What is
We're
this?
swimming clockwise. What the fuck?
People that didn't watch episode 1 are just so confused.
Yeah, they're
Why are
like,
they
what the
talking about
fuck are we
fish?
Like,
talking
what,
about?
what you mean fish?
Talking about fish.
Fishy.
Paige.
Bruh, side note, I'm gonna just
What?
call her out on this. Because we were watching the episode together, and she's like, "So when y'all were talking about fish, what you mean by that?" I was like, "What the fuck do you mean by like?" Because she was all like, she's like, "Oh, like he's like thinking about," it. And then she was like, "Wait, what if he talking about another bitch?" I was like, "I was only talking about one fishy. What the hell?"
She's a little jealous.
No. Don't be starting that shit.
Starting that shit.
Just kidding.
We were
But
just
she
like,
admitted it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not wrong.
Do you guys think that there's like a healthy amount of
Yes.
jealousy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because
One-
if there's no jealousy, then what the fuck are you? Like you're just a fucking mime, like just nonchalant and shit.
Mm.
Like, all right,
Like you want them to be a
I
little
want
bit
them to be a
possessive.
little bit
Mm.
jealous and possessive. Like make me like feel like
That's
I'm
kinda
wanted.
cute.
Yeah, like
You know?
fucking,
It is
A little healthy.
you're mine.
Yeah.
You're mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, okay,
I like
describe
that.
like a healthy amount of jealousy.
Okay, a
All
healthy
right.
amount of
All
okay.
right, you go.
Okay, a healthy amount of jealousy would be like, say I don't start something, but they'll joke around. They won't. One is the tone,
Mm.
the tone and how
Mm.
they say it.
Mhm.
And then two is like, oh, if like say we're texting, like I'll show a healthy amount of jealousy by like being like, oh, if you're out, like this is what I could read what I said verbatim.
He pulling out the receipts.
Yeah, because
Goddamn.
I thought this shit was cute and funny as fuck.
Mhm.
I said, and if someone offers to buy you a drink, ... you take that shit because drinks be expensive. But then tell them you got a man's, and then show them our wallpaper. Yeah,
Yeah, that the way you said that is cute. But if it's like, hey, you can't talk to other guys, or
I'm like,
else,
don't talk to other guys when you're. I'm like, what the fuck?
that comes off like a little insecure too.
Yeah.
That's like that's showing insecure, and it's also showing like overprotective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to be
Overprotective.
overprotective, but
Insecure.
being insecure is
a
definitely
turn-off.
one thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my situation is the same thing. Like, it's like that.
Was it that text?
Yeah, it was that
Yeah.
text. It was very similar. It was like,
I even did the same emoji.
if a bitch comes up to you, just let them know that you're taken. But like, our security is so good that like we know.
Y'all
Like,
got trust.
Yeah, we got trust, and like,
So what you're saying is we're popping out after this.
no.
Oh,
And
damn.
then my fish knows I like to be in my own bubble, so
Mm,
no worries there. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Do you think that there's a difference between being like jealous and being like territorial?
Definitely. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like territorial is if like they're going okay, I'll put myself in the like being the territorial. That's like me, like saying if another person hits on my fishy, right? And I'm all like, that's me going out of my way and then like pressing the person hard and not trusting in my fish to be like, no, I can defend myself. Like, cause I trust in my fish.
Yeah.
Because she's strapped.
Cause she's strapped. No, I believe she probably is. That she knows how to defend herself and stuff. And it's until she's like, yo, like, can you back me up with this one? Then I'll step in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna just watch from afar. Like, I'll be like, my presence will be there, but like, I won't be the one like, be like, hey, what the fuck, man? That's my, you know what I mean? I think that comes off as like, I don't know.
Yeah, that you're just overreactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, let's say we're all out, right? Let's say us, and then we have our fishies, and then let's say they're being approached, right? And then we just ask them like, "Hey, are you good?" And then you let them know like, "That's my girl" or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's
Well, I
already
like that. Be
boundaries
like, you
already,
good
right?
first.
But
Yeah.
that's being territorial. It's like good thing. Like you're acknowledging that, okay, yeah, my girl's cute. I get it,
Mhm.
but she's mine. She's taken,
Yeah.
right? But if you're gonna get mad at your girl for a guy approaching her, that's not her fault. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that because if she's a baddie, people are gonna
Right.
come up to her.
Right.
Or if your man's a baddie, they'll get attention.
Exactly.
So, but it's not their fault. They're fucking gorgeous or
Right.
whatever.
Exactly.
Right.
I do think that the difference is like being jealous would imply that you want something that isn't yours, but being territorial is being protective over something that is yours.
Is yours.
Ooh,
okay, yeah. I
that's
get that.
real. I like that.
Yeah. So I think that's the main difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to sum up this topic, yeah, I feel like a cute, healthy jealousy is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel kind of like disrespected if they were like,
If they're like,
I don't
nah,
give a
do your
fuck."
thing. What the fuck?
Like a little playful here and there,
A little playful, yeah.
even though it's jokes, like
Yeah.
it's fine.
yeah,
Playful, yeah.
Yeah,
playful banter
Playful
Yeah.
answer.
is always healthy.
it is. And then like as far as like serious jealousy, I won't ever be jealous unless you give me a reason to be.
Yeah. Ooh.
Elaborate on that.
Like if like let's say here's a advice, okay? Let's say
Oh shit, that's kind of fire.
like for me personally, like let's say you have your friends, right? Obviously, I don't know all of your single friends, but if you're going out, like I like to know names personally because it just paints a better image in my head. But if you say like, "Oh, I'm going out with a friend," okay, which friend? And then if your behavior is a little sus to me, then I will get jealous.
Ooh,
You're like, whoa.
I was like, okay, like all of a sudden you want to say my friend, but every other friend you've said it
Their name.
based off of their name.
oh,
Does that make sense?
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If
I-
Go ahead.
It just makes me feel uneasy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were going out with your fishy
Mm.
and it's like it's a function that has like a lot of people that they know,
Mm.
like people that have been in their past,
Mm.
would you want to, if there was someone at that function that they had like
That's a good question.
been with previously, like they have a past with, like romantically,
Mm.
would you want them to tell you? Like, oh, this person, we used to date or whatever.
Okay, but now there's a silver lining. What is date? Like casually dating, like dated, like go on dates, or you had a romantic history?
Romantic history.
Let's say, let's say like there's romantic history, and there was also romantic history, but they were never official.
Mm.
Stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, would you want your significant other, your fishy, to tell you that? Would it make you more comfortable or like less comfortable?
I feel like if I don't need to know, then I won't. I don't need to know.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I only really need to know, because for me, I'm like, that's one of the things I struggled with in the past was like comparison, and like that's one of my toxic traits is like comparison and then getting jealous easily.
Mhm.
So that's, since it's still something I'm trying to work on, if I'm able to put a visual on it, it doesn't help me.
Yeah.
I only need to know the history, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
for me personally, my fault. Me personally, I'd prefer not to like visualize it, rather just understand it through your words.
Yes.
And like that's enough for me. That's
Mhm.
all the information I need. You don't need to go
In
into
depth.
in depth or in
Yeah,
detail.
yeah.
Because if you go in depth or in detail, that's just gonna make me be like,
That's just self-sabotage.
that's exactly.
It's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Don't let your curiosity like get you hurt.
No, for sure. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. So
And-
definitely. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so like if there is a function that I go to with my fishy and there's like a possibility that someone in her previous past, even if it was just like a talking phase, like
I don't care about it.
I don't care about it.
Yeah.
So like let's not make it a big thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want you to be like, oh, like that's a person. I'm like,
used-
now
yeah,
why the
like-
fuck would you tell me
Yeah.
that?
Like.
Let's spice it up. What if they get approached by that person?
Okay.
Oh, okay. If they get approached, then I'll let my fishy handle the situation.
Yes.
Like shut it down. Like don't entertain it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Sure, say hi. Be like, but like
Hi, I'm
I'm-
sorry, but I'm with like my man's.
exactly.
I'd rather be with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, I'm gonna dress appropriately to show like be presentable for her. That way she's able to show off that she's with
Mhm.
someone good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit, I'll even
Shit, I'll be a pull
Yeah.
the sleeve out.
I don't know. Like
I'm a trophy husband.
when I go out with like my fishy, right? I want to be able to be presentable that way she's proud to be with me. You know what I
you
mean?
want to be like,
Does that make sense?
yeah, I know what you mean. Like you want them to be able to show you off
Yeah.
and be like proud of that.
Just in case if there is that scenario, then it's like, you know, obviously for me, like I don't let the past and history affect what's in the present
Mhm.
because I only need to know the past and history just to see how it made her who she is now.
Mhm.
But in terms of like, I'm not going to let someone that was in your past affect what I'm trying to build in the present because they have nothing to do in the present
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
They're not in the equation at all.
Mhm.
They were in your equation prior to us, but that's out of my control.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to let that past affect me.
Yeah.
So why would I let the present person, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Why would I let them in the present affect me?
Yeah.
Why would you let someone's past that you can't change like affect your future,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
which you do have an influence over?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then keep going.
No. Are you, go.
Well, I was going to say, and like, so like back to the situation, say if they do approach us, I'm not going to be territorial, be like, hey, well, who the fuck are you? No, that's stupid. Like, I'm going to let my fishy do her thing. And like, and it shows action behind their words.
Mhm.
Like if they say like, oh no, like I'll be able to stand up for myself, then like that's where they prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's also when they're able to be like, nah, like this is who I'm with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like in a need to know basis. Like if it wasn't serious, then I don't need to know.
Yeah.
Because that interaction itself, like let's say if that person approaches us,
Yeah.
that whole interaction will tell me if there is history. Like is this guy coming off strong
Yeah.
or is it very cordial?
Yeah.
Like if it was very platonic and you guys are fine and there's no feelings and anything, the introduction of like saying what's up would be fine. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't feel weird about it, you
Yeah.
know? But if there was like some serious history, I'd leave it up to my partner to set them straight.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I guess it all depends
Yeah.
Mhm.
on like the security of like your own relationship.
That's a good way to word it. Security of your own relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And security takes like maturity on both ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like even if one person is like mature enough but the other person can handle it, like
Yeah.
it's still not gonna really work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Like in my current situation, like with my fishy, I have enough security within both of us.
And you guys are very good at communicating.
Yes, that's one of the things we're very good at communicating.
Mhm.
So like she already lets me be aware of current situations that are happening, no matter how small they are. Like if they're super tiny, I told you, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Remember? Like that's tiny, but she still let me know that it's happening
Mhm.
and then that she was going to take care of it. And I was like, all right. And
Yeah.
like, I don't even have to be known. You don't have to tell me that you're going to take care of it because I know and I trust that you know what to do.
Right.
Yeah. Now it's not until the point where I feel like I'll be like, hey, like just checking in, like, are you good?
Mhm.
Then it's like,
Mhm.
okay, yeah. Where do I step in to be like, I'm her fish?
Yeah.
Saying that shit to
Imagine
someone.
you're in public
Hey.
setting. Hey, I'm her fish.
I'm her fish.
I'm the one swimming that direction.
I'm
with
that
her.
motherfucking fish, bitch.
So you fucking swim your ass the other direction and swing the other direction or swim the.
Swing the other direction.
They just turn gay.
Okay.
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 I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah. Ew. Yeah, I'm gay as
Stupid.
well.
So like you trying to swim together?
I'm swimming wherever you're swimming.
But no, like for real though, say like, okay, prior to that, the question was like, would you want to be known? No, don't let me know. Cause
Right.
then if I'm aware of it, I'm gonna be up, I'm gonna be pressed
yeah,
in the function. I'm gonna be like, so where this dude at?
Yeah.
Who the fuck was I dealing with?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like in my mind,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna constantly be on the lookout when
Yeah.
in reality, I might not even have to be on the lookout.
yeah.
Because why do I need to know what that dude looks like? You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I know of him, but I don't need to know that he's there. And if he is there and sees her, he'll see me there with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
You don't need to know everything when it
Yeah.
comes to like
yeah.
When if it's
And then
very,
this is the thing about like shitty dudes is like they're like, oh, she's here with his man's like, oh, let me try and like let me try and
rough
like,
it up a little.
let me
bit.
try to
Rough it
press
up,
him.
yeah.
let me try and like get him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Me, nah.
Instigate.
If they try and come up and instigate and they'll be like, yo, like me and like I'm like, oh,
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
cool.
That's cool. Oh, I'm like, but that was in the past. Where you
Yeah.
at now?
But who am I taking home tonight?
Yeah.
But who am I to exactly?
That's
Like I'm gonna keep
kind of
that
a
shit in my
power
head.
move.
Like I'll just be cool. Like, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And then just be on my like about it.
About it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, crazy that you weren't like good enough. But it's
Yeah.
whatever. Just be petty.
Yeah.
Not for real.
It's true. Because it's like, I could care less about you, dog. Like,
No, for real.
I
Like,
only.
what the fuck you trying to do? Dance battle right now? What the fuck?
Yeah, so it's like any past relationship is the ones that were serious and like,
yeah,
how did this person hurt you, or like why are you so
exactly.
traumatized? What traumatized you by this
Yeah,
relationship?
and it's also like it's like a Quizlet or like a Spark Notes cheat sheet or whatever for you, so that way you know
what
what
not to do.
Exactly.
That is smart
Mhm.
to like just treat the past like now I know what doesn't work
Yeah,
and what
exactly.
I gotta
Yeah,
look out for.
That's why it's like there's a fine line
hmm
and boundaries when it comes to talking about your history and past,
Yeah,
and you guys just have to be vocal with each other about
exactly.
what things you don't want to touch and what things you need to touch.
Mhm.
hmm
Exactly.
Like in terms of how I think of it, when I'm talking to someone and I'm learning about their past and their history,
Mhm.
I only need to know about
What you need
what
to know.
ended it, pretty much.
Yes.
If there was any cheating involved, stuff like
Mhm.
that,
Mhm.
and like stuff that he did or they did that hurt you.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
I do not need to know
The details
About-
of like romantic
of
action.
X, Y,
romantic
and Z.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to know like how he was, you
Mhm.
know, when y'all were doing shit.
Yeah.
That's just fucking detrimental to my health.
That doesn't serve anyone.
That doesn't serve
Yeah.
anyone at all.
Yeah.
Why am I gonna let you reminisce about that? Shit, let me. No, I'm playing. Like then that turns toxic.
Mhm.
Bro, I had a girlfriend that did that once. Just like on like I didn't ask for it at all. It was the dumbest thing. We were going through like her Instagram stories,
Mhm.
and she went back like 2 years, and it was just her macking on her like old man's,
Mhm.
and I'm like, and she's like, oh my god, that was my old boyfriend, and I'm like, well, I don't need to see
I,
this
like,
shit.
I don't
That's
need to see
weird.
that. Yeah.
I think that's a little weird.
I'm like, I don't need it. Wait,
Like, why is it still on your phone to begin with?
Yeah. I was like, she was trying to explain it. I was like, I don't need to fucking know this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was the one that told me she wasn't like I was talking about something like a deep conversation. She was like, I'm not smart enough to have this conversation with you. Was that girl?
I'm fucking weak.
and I was
And that was an actual girlfriend too.
yeah, and I was like, that was the most like the first time I've ever like gotten like the ick like hard is when I heard that shit, and I was like, there's no way you just cut me off just to say that shit.
That's
You said something that I want to bring up now too.
what?
You said, why is that even on your phone? What do you guys think about people who keep like, let's say it's not in the camera roll, like photos, but say if it's on like, I don't know, like Instagram archived
Okay.
or Snap memories.
Okay.
How do you feel about your fishy keeping like old memories of their past?
It depends on if it was deliberate or not. If they like meant to keep it, like, oh, I don't want to get rid of this. It's like a whatever.
Mhm.
To be honest, like either way, I wouldn't like care too much. But if it was like, oh, I forgot to delete this, because you know when you go through Snapchat memories and like
Yeah, bro, they be
deceiving.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it'll be like a thumbnail of like the floor, and then it'll be like, oh, what is this? And then it's like you raise it up into your like X or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like that's understandable.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But if it's like, if it depends on what like what's going on in the picture. If it's like
If it's not fucking, I'm like, all right, man, that's crazy.
if it's like very like romantic, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with this.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a family photo or something, I'm like, I'm not gonna care.
Yeah.
But
I'm the same way.
yeah, if it's like somebody they're macking, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Like, why is it still on your phone? I don't know. But like for me, when I used to have Snapchat, like on those specific days, if you had one prior, like a year
Oh
prior,
yeah, memories.
you would see it that day of, right?
Mhm.
So I go through that and then I just look at the memories. And if it's in regards to an ex, I delete it
I'm the same way.
because I keep the only memories that I want. You know, if it's my ex, it's behind me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same way too. Like Snap memories, they fucking stay there. So I'm like, when I see it, I delete it.
Yeah, exactly.
When I see it, I
I'll-
delete it.
Yeah.
And bro, there was a time frame where I was big on the Snap
Mhm.
and like the whole month I didn't even open up Snapchat because I knew there'd be a memory. I was like, fuck, now I gotta
Yeah.
delete that
Damn.
shit.
Yeah.
But for me, I deleted all my photos when I got a new phone. Because one, my shit didn't back up.
Yeah.
So it was like it forced
Okay.
me to start
It's
refresh.
fresh. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what about this? What if they archive photos on Instagram? Like they still have the post, but it's archived versus
That's a little
actual
weird.
deleting.
Yeah, that's
it.
kind of
That's
weird.
a little weird.
right.
Like that, because that meant they had to like go out of their way.
To archive
To, like,
it.
To
archive that
archive
shit.
it, and you know that it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a little weird.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's,
I don't like-
kind of sus.
That makes me feel uneasy just thinking about it.
You're like, why is this archived?
Yeah.
Because Snap memories, it's like, well, like we said before, it's like, oh, you forgot, or like
It was
the,
Yeah,
like in
the
the
thumbnail
moment
was
at
weird.
that memory.
Yeah, because Snap is like,
And then camera
Yeah.
roll's just crazy.
Yeah, camera is just fucking everything. You've got like old, just like pictures of like passwords and shit,
Yeah.
and like
yeah,
just
Mhm.
so much chaos.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll get lost in the void. But
Mhm.
Archiving something is a little different.
yeah, that's a little sus. That's a little sus. I'm definitely the same in terms of like when I break up with someone, it's like I just delete everything and
Yeah.
any
Yeah, it's
like,
like you don't want to hold anything.
Yeah.
even like the sentimental shit I'll get rid of.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like it's better to get rid of that stuff immediately rather than, or sometimes like I think for mine, I got rid of like a lot of my physical stuff immediately as much as I could,
Yeah.
but I did keep some of it. And then like when I was like ready to get rid of it, I was like, all right, now it's time to get rid of this shit.
Yeah,
It's kind of
there's-
like when I stumble, because it's like what you know you're fully over them when you stumble upon it and see it.
And you
and
don't
There's,
feel
like-
there's nothing there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just look at it and be like, oh,
Oh, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
There is a point where like you get to that point where you're like, I feel nothing when I hold this.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think it is like there is that period of like, oh, I'm like not ready. But I do remember with my first ex, she made me like she painted something for me, and I didn't get rid of it for like a while. And then I found it like on accident, and I was like, what is this shit? And I was like, oh, I remember she made this for me. Straight to the trash. Like I did not give a single shit about that thing
Yeah.
anymore.
Mhm.
But I remember at the time it was like, oh,
It was just like very sentimental. Yeah.
Sentimental.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then like
Mhm.
it's for real when they say like time heals all wounds. I'm like, I
No,
feel
yeah, it's-
absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
It's
does.
crazy
Yeah.
because remember how we talked about me and Paulo, we were going through the same waves of motion.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've
Like-
gone through it.
Like you would just be fine one day and then like the wave would just fucking hit you
It
out
just
of nowhere.
crash.
Mhm.
Yeah. but eventually those waves just get smaller and smaller to the point where it's like it's just a little, psh, and then you just
A little splash, and you're just like, oh, what is
get the
that?
fuck off.
Fucking.
Yeah. But then like before those waves would be like, oh, what the
Oh,
fuck? And then you're like
shit.
drowning and shit. And then those are the waves that hit you with the
Yeah.
yeah, but those days are long gone.
Yeah, that's just behind us.
Exactly.
Yeah. And time, it's because time really does heal.
Mhm.
Which is like another thing where it's like there's like a difference between like talking and then like their last serious relationship where
Mhm.
they actually had the official title. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
Like, would you guys, what's your time frame? Like, say you're talking to someone and they're like, oh yeah, like I just got out of a serious relationship like a month ago. To me, I'm like, oh hell no.
No.
Yeah, that's like, you need to heal, dude.
You
Yeah.
need to heal.
No.
Now, say if it was like, what's your ideal time frame for their last serious relationship?
Ideal?
Ideal.
Probably like a year.
Because that's what I give myself.
Yeah, because that's what I gave myself too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need a year to just like process
Mhm.
everything and be
Mhm.
past it.
But everyone's different. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'd say at least,
And it depends on how the relationship went.
Yeah.
that is true.
Because if it was just like a
If it was a sh-
situationship
Yeah.
or a shitty relationship,
They could get over
They
it.
could get over it real
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
So I guess it also depends
Mhm.
too.
but yeah, ideally like a
Like a
year if it
year.
was like a serious like
If it was super serious and like
Like long term.
long term, then a year.
Oh yeah.
But if it was like
6 months.
6 months or like say if it was even like a year, 2 years, but like it was shitty.
Yeah, like it
Like-
wasn't like it wasn't that intimate, like, oh, we would see each other on the weekends or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like it wasn't very intense.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Or if it was toxic.
Yeah. Do you think toxic relationships would need like more healing or less healing?
Oh,
More healing.
I think more healing.
Because you're
There's more
You're-
damage.
you're-
more
Yeah.
damage that's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Child damage apparel.
I don't shit. I don't have any damage apparel stuff on. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, toxic. Yeah, because there's more baggage and stuff that you gotta like kind of let
Mhm.
go of.
Yeah. You got to go through those motions.
Yeah, let yourself feel. If you feel like shit, just let yourself feel like
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah.
fucking. I don't feel like shit, and then it comes out at work when you're like
Mhm.
fucking stacking boxes, and you're like, "Why did she leave me?"
And then when you're stack boxing, you get like a little chest pain. You're like, I need to go to the stalls.
You're like, I'm having heart palpitation.
I'm lonely.
I'm lonely. Oh shit!
Be like
Nah,
that.
because those waves would really hit you back in the most random moments.
It definitely would.
Like it could be the most little thing that would fucking trigger it, and you're just all like, why?
It really do be true when they're like every little thing reminds you of them. Like a song will come
Oh,
on,
Yeah.
and it'll be like, "Oh, we listened to this song that one time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
But it's like, you know, you're fully over them when you could like go back to those little things and be like, what the fuck?
you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck was I doing?
Yeah. Or like, you said this at one point when you see an old photo and you look at it and you're just like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, that was a good moment, but that
But
was
that's it.
in that moment.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm living in this moment
Yeah.
now.
there's a new version of me. This
Yeah.
this was the old version of
Yeah.
me.
And that's why this was brought up too. I didn't tell you this. I asked my fishy about the would you rather from last episode. The thing is, you're gonna meet multiple loves in your life, and they're each gonna like teach you something.
yeah,
So like you said it too. You could have like a romantic relationship with someone, but that may not even be your end game relationship. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like
you might find a person, but that might not be your person.
yeah. That's exactly what you said.
Mhm.
And this was what stuck out to me in my head was like that person may have been there part of your life to teach you something
Mm.
about yourself. So that way, when you do go to the next one, eventually finding that right person,
Mhm.
each time is a different chapter of your life. And each time you become a better version of yourself and you
Mhm.
become, what did you say? Evolved or?
Shit, I thought about like Charizard when you said evolve.
Oh, shit.
When you're like a newer
a newer version
of yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like for me, I'd say I feel like I'm a newer version of myself compared to like
How you were like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And like a difficult thing about like long-term relationships, you have to really you have to really update with your partner. By that I mean there's going to be a new version of you like every year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And that person, your significant other, has to fall in love with that new version of yourself every time, and
Mhm.
vice versa.
Mhm.
As every time they upgrade, you have to fall in love with that new version of them too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's why long-term relationships can be hard. But if you guys are both like in that mindset of we're going to make this work no matter what,
Mhm.
it's like that's the difference maker in that.
Yeah.
Mm.
So keep self-developing and find someone who will
Find your fishy.
find your fishy, who will fish. Oh shit, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
but it's
fish with
okay.
you.
Ooh, it's okay to fish, catch, and release,
Yes,
because that may not be the fishy that you wanted.
there's a better fish out there for you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If your fishy has like, I don't know, like baggage, and you need a better, no, this
If your
This
fishy
analogy's
has too
going
many
nowhere.
hook marks in them, if that fishy's been caught hella times,
yeah, maybe it's another catch and release for you.
yeah,
But find your fish, swim with your fish.
There you go.
swim with your fish.
Swim with
Ride
your
the
fish.
waves together.
Ride
Yes.
the waves.
Yeah.
And as you ride the waves, make sure you like and subscribe
Oh, that
to
was
the
so
YouTube.
clean.
Thank you guys for tuning into this week's flight. Thank you to Kuya Genre for joining
Appreciate
us
it. Thank you
again.
for having me.
Don't be surprised if he's here next flight too. Honestly, it's really good having him. Like he fits in so well. So
yeah.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
honestly, he's our what would I say?
Honorary guest.
Yeah, honorary guest. Pretty much, he's just a member of the pod.
Yeah, he's just
Kind of like how Corbin is too.
yeah. They're just part of the crew.
They're part of the
Yeah,
crew that
thank
just
you.
show up for episodes.
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
We're eventually gonna try and get more people. We are still trying to get a woman's perspective on certain things. It's just due to scheduling conflicts, it's a little hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, tune into next week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe to our Patreon. Follow our socials. We're gonna add his Instagram to the Beacons link.
Yes.
So if you want to see his aesthetic and go look at that shit, yeah. But thank you guys.
Thank you guys. We'll see you guys
next week.
See you guys next week.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. That fucking second camera.